Hi, happy Wednesday. Good morning. How's it going, Danica?
I'm playing Cats in the Cradle. And does this happen to anyone else? This is your brain on drugs. I'm playing Jacob's Ladder, Cats in the Cradle, or making macaroni salad, however you want to describe it. But my audio is going to change in just a moment.
Yeah.
I figure this is symbolic of my office right now. I was just good morning. What's up, Wednesday? I was just telling Adam that if I push anything just a few inches in any direction on my desk, shit's gonna fall off and hit the floor. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
And I have the same situation here. Joanne's here with us. Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning, Joanne. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Speaking of disorganization, hi, Joanne. We were just talking. We were just talking about what a disaster our desks are. We can't even move anything without the threat of an avalanche.
Joanne is our friend who happens to be a professional organizer, and she just found out we didn't do our homework, which is to get organized.
Yeah, and there's no sound coming out of this one, but there's sound coming out of this one. So, Joanne, let me know if you can hear us. I don't know what's happening. We've been having some technical. I know it's a surprise. We've been having some technical issues.
I'm sharing, so share amongst yourselves while I share.
All right, and I think we might even be at the same volume, Danica.
Because I got my macaroni salad. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do.
That's been my one of my goals since we started this project, was to actually have us at the same volume.
What Adam is saying is normally I'm too loud. And
or I turned you down too much to compensate, and then I'm too loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll run with that. What's up Wednesday? It's literally like what's up the month of August, because has it been 3 weeks we've been on our hiatus, or 2?
I don't remember. No,
2
I think it was,
at least.
Well, we didn't do last week, but I think we did the week before because.
No, I was at the cottage.
Oh no, you were at the cottage. That's right. It has been a while.
I know. We talk so much that it doesn't seem that long, but yeah. So sorry, everybody. I was at the cottage. We were supposed to come back from the lake on the Thursday, and we decided to come back on the Wednesday, which is What's Up Wednesday. Hey, Bob. You're in launch mode, so the teacher's right now. Yeah, I'm always in launch mode.
Yeah.
My shuttle never leaves the pad, though.
Abort.
Yeah. So, as Bob will tell you and tells me regularly, that I don't get my stuff launched, my projects that I'm working on. But anyway, we left a day early from being up north. So our anticipation was that I would go live from the lake, but that didn't work out. We were in the car and that wasn't going to work. So,
yeah.
And then last week I was with my mom, and so here we are. It's a Wednesday already. I don't know what happened to the summer.
I know. It's crazy. Although I'm not sad to see it
Thanks,
go.
Bob.
I mean,
no.
I would really welcome just some double-digit temperatures. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, what's it there?
It's like 4,021 degrees
gigawatts
Celsius.
Sorry, I'm laughing a lot today, but
that's good.
Yeah. I saw on my memories, because if you're not on Snapchat, actually I think it was on my Facebook as well, but if you're not on Snapchat, there's a memories function, and it shows you things you snapped about a year ago, 2 years ago, depending on how long you've been on Snapchat. And today's was me. Today, my memory was talking about you being evacuated from your house a year ago.
And mine was me being evacuated from my house a year ago.
Which is funny kind of now that we're saying it like this, but it wasn't really funny at the time.
No.
I was very worried about you being evacuated by boat out of your driveway.
Yeah.
By the way, a wheelchair and a dog.
That story. It's on my Snapchat today.
Yeah.
And it's also on my IGTV. So if you go look at my Instagram, I'm Adam Tilted there. I documented that whole thing, and it's quite amazing to look back at it. I watched it this morning, and it sort of made me a little emotional.
It was, you know what? It was a good, they're good memories to look back at. I'm glad you documented it, but it also really said something about the use of social media, because during that time we have a very extensive social media community, Adam and I, that were involved in a lot of mutual friends. There were a lot of people we know that were affected by this in different ways. Mm-hmm. And it was a way that we were able to keep track of everybody. It was a way we were able to mobilize some aid and some assistance to generally to the people that were in Texas and but also to our special people, our friends that were displaced. So that was a really cool time for our social media efforts to create this community. Really came in handy.
Yeah, it definitely changed my view of social media. I mean, I had definitely felt supported by that community.
Yeah.
Through, my medical struggles and all that, but this was just a whole new level. I mean, people that I'd never even spoken to before, had no idea who they were sending me $100 Amazon gift card so I could buy myself some dry clothes. Like, it was nice to see that, because I mean, to me, that was one of the scariest times in my life, but it was also one of the best times, because I got to see humanity at its best.
Yeah.
When it seems like the humanity, if you take just a glance around, it looks like humanity's at its worst. Even back then. So it was lately. Yeah, it was just nice to see everyone just ignore, like, all the stuff that normally keeps us at each other's throats or whatever. Nobody even thought about that anymore. It's like, you need help? I gotcha. You need help? Yeah. I gotcha. And like I said at the time, I live in Houston, Texas. So let's put that out there, okay? And so it's me, my husband, so we're a gay couple. And right away, Houston's pretty cool, but it's still Texas. You don't really know, how people are going to react. And they were taking us to a church. Last time I went to a church, they kicked me out. Like, permanently.
Wow.
So, I was a little nervous, but there was no reason. When we got there, all it was love. It's like, hey, let me help you. Let me get you some food. Let me get you some clothes. Let me get you a blanket. What else do you need? Let's get some water for your dog. So that was really nice. It's too bad that it takes a tragedy to do that, but
pull everybody together for a minute. Yeah. It really is. It was something. That was something, and it just breaks my heart that, particularly in Puerto Rico, there are still so many people that have not been helped. But before we take this down a really dark path that Adam and I will easily travel down and rage about for hours, I've been saving my raging for Twitter.
Where it fits in the most.
I know. I can't help myself over there. But, I try to keep this not so ragey. But, that was a year ago. I can't believe it.
Well, and the silver lining, though, because that's when I met Sharon and Van.
I know.
And they are now our best friends. So that is just amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, Sammy. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Sammy. And it was interesting because, we were house sitting for them this past weekend. So it was a little surreal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like on the anniversary, basically.
Right. Yeah. So it was like, wow. I'm sitting in the same spot where I posted. I don't know what condition my house is in.
I know. My mailbox has been run over by a boat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was.
So it was a little surreal.
We were so grateful as your friends watching that and seeing and getting to know that you guys were safe, that you were in, I mean, not only in a nice, warm, dry home, but a beautiful home, being well fed because they are caterers.
Yeah.
And actually having a good time, which
is hard to do.
If you know Adam has anxiety. And so for us to see, not only were you not anxious as much as you would have been, but you actually had fun.
Yeah.
It was hugely,
smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
And it turned out to
going with the flow.
Yeah, I called it the best evacuation ever. Because
Let's hope it's your last.
It really was, because, I mean, oh man, it could have been so much worse. And a lot of people did have it a lot worse. So it's kind of a somber time in Houston this week. People are reflecting back, but also it's kind of a bittersweet kind of time because there's a lot of reflection on how communities came together, but at the same time, it was a really hard time for a lot of people, and people are still having a really hard time. Mm-hmm. So we don't want to forget that.
No, we definitely don't. In fact, a lot of what I posted about that was on my Snapchat memories was even while you were being evacuated, you and I were taking donations for food.
Yeah.
So I was trying to help mobilize that because you were being airlifted out of the swamp. So, but yeah, so it's been a couple weeks. It's been kind of a busy couple weeks for both of us. You're in a new, you don't have your same background anymore.
No, I'm in a new studio. This was the junk room.
Yeah. And hear that, Joanne?
Yeah, this was the junk room. We always intended for it to be the studio. Oh. But studio, meaning this is where we would do all our arts and craftsy stuff that we always say we're going to do, but we never do. You know those? Like paint. Well, let's have a wine and paint night. Yeah, right. But Scott cleaned this out for me and has started making it pretty. Like, he's got the pictures on the walls. And
it looks great.
Brought my Apple in there, and there's a sofa back there that I can lounge on if I need to lay down for a little while. And yeah, it's great. Now, if I can just get my desk cleaned off, because half of my stuff is still in the other room, so I'm still in the process of moving things back and forth. And
yeah.
So that's going to be the big task for today.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of tasks for today. One, we made a substantial purchase. So here's a tip of what not to do. We made a substantial purchase this week online. Substantial. And it came off of several gift cards for my son's graduation. And everything went through. We even had a couple times where when we were plugging in the gift cards, it said that's not a valid gift card. And then we plugged, it in correctly, and it said this is the amounts on the gift card. And then we watched the amount of the item decrease as we paid for chunks of it off these separate gift cards. And it has now been 3 days in processing, and your order is being processed, and this is your estimated ship date and whatever. Let's just say it's from the Apple Store. And we just got a notification last night that said there was some trouble with a gift card. Your thing hasn't actually, it's not being processed. It's on hold. You may need to submit a different gift card. Okay, well, no, because we put the money on those gift cards. They're in the trash. Even though it says your order you've purchased, here's your confirmation number,
Just
it's
kidding.
On its way. Don't throw out the card until you have the thing in your hand.
Wow.
So I get to go dumpster diving.
That's fun.
Today. Well, I'm not going alone, but I get to go dumpster diving today because the gift cards used for the purchase are sealed in a Ziploc.
In the trash with all the other...
In the trash can. It's been 80 plus degrees and humid here, so that should be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So that's my life.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you, my friend?
She's probably calling you pretty, but I'm going to accept the compliment for myself.
We call each other pretty a lot, Lisa and I. Lisa is in real estate down in Florida, so she probably knows how hot it is. Yeah, Lisa, I bought a gift for my son using gift cards from the Apple Store and then threw them away. I get to dumpster dive for those cards because there's now a problem. Actually, I'm gonna call Apple and scream, and then I'll dumpster dive only when I determine what the problem is. But so that's part of my day today.
Yeah, well, what's been going on with me? Okay, well, I had a study visit yesterday for that clinical trial study that I'm in, and just for a brief catch up in case you don't know what I'm talking about. I participated in a trial to test a new medication for HIV. It's just one pill that you have to take once a day, with or without food. So really simple. What I was taking before was 3 pills, and it had to be like exactly the same time of day, and it had to be with food, and And some people have much more complicated regimens than that. Some of them are like 3 pills in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, so this was really exciting to get one pill, and it has now since been approved by the FDA, and it has a name. It's called Biktarvy. I don't know where they come up with these names, but okay, Biktarvy. So I got my actual bottle, the real retail bottle, which is cool.
Tell you whether or not you got placebo or the real thing?
Well, I was not on it. It wasn't a placebo because they can't do that because you can't stop taking your meds.
Oh, so this wasn't a double-blind placebo controlled.
They did that before with a much smaller group in probably phase 1. This was phase 3. So by this point... So
you were really receiving this medication.
Yeah, but I was in the control group to begin with, so I continued taking what I was taking before for a year. And so they could compare. And then after the year, they were like, okay, we got enough data, you can have the new stuff. So yeah, I've been on it for, I guess, a year now, and it's doing great. Everything's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I had my, the last 3 times I've gone, they're like, you only have 1 more appointment. And then I go there and they're like, okay, so we'll schedule you for your follow-up. I'm like, what? So I thought yesterday was my last appointment, but apparently it's next month.
Oh. Yes, you have said that now for 2 months.
I know.
You're going
my
to
last appointment. No. Okay.
No, guess not.
Yeah. So, but the good news is something I'm really excited about is that they did draw blood at this one. So in a few weeks, I should be able to see those lab results. And I'm interested to see those because you know that I've been scaling back on my meds.
Yeah.
Under my doctor's direction, but because I've been taking that hemp supplement, I haven't needed all of those psychiatric meds and all of that stuff. So
it's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the lab results because my next target is the high blood pressure medication. I don't think I need it anymore.
I'm excited as well. This morning, somebody else just called me and asked me a little bit about your story, and is on some of the same psychiatric meds that you were on, I believe, and they're going to start the hemp.
That's awesome.
This week, yeah. So your story is spreading wide.
That's good.
I'm really excited about it. So Adam and I both. Oh goodness. Sorry about that.
Danica got a phone call.
I did. I forgot to put my do not disturb on, and I just mentioned it yesterday to someone. So I I can't wait to see that go. Oh, I just freeze. All right, I can see it now on the delay. So Adam and I was introduced to, and this isn't a public service announcement. It just really is what actually happened. I was introduced to this hemp oil for my migraines, and it worked for me. So I gave it to Adam, and then he's had such amazing results and has been talking about it. So now everyone is coming to us and asking about what it was that we took that got rid of our migraines and several other things.
Yeah, so amazing.
It's exciting. So exciting.
And I love sharing it with people because now I've got other people telling me, I don't have a headache.
Headache is a universal problem once you're like older than 30, I think. So, but it's been a busy couple weeks for me. And did we not just have the conversation that I was helping my son study for biology? Didn't we just have the conversation?
Like yesterday.
That I was at commencement yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, school starts on Tuesday.
I know. It's insane. Well, school's already started here. It started like 2 weeks ago here, I think.
We're a little behind. We're like the latest starters.
Like normal.
Here. Yeah.
When I was a kid, we didn't start in August.
You start after Labor Day.
No.
So I know that the southern states, a lot of what I've heard is that because of the heat, that it's just, if you get out early, you have better weather to enjoy. It's like the daylight savings time of school schedules. Exactly. You know, it's like enjoy. Hey, Mariana, if you're still here. Hey, Paula. So yeah, if it's sort of that situation, they want you to have better weather to enjoy your summer. So they let you out a little earlier. And then when it's like the dregs of August, they send you back to school. Here it's after Labor Day still. And although some schools around here are starting to switch, ours is staying with that schedule. But I only have one going back. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Yeah, poor kid. Because now I'm on him like a warden. I'm like, I can't have a year like last year.
Let me see your homework.
Oh my gosh. So the poor kid. And then I've got the other two that are working on so many projects. It's getting really exciting around here, and I'm enjoying that. So, yeah.
So wait, Lisa, Florida will not have daylight savings time? Oh. I need to know more about this. Because
me too, sweet Lisa. So
I think that daylight savings time is the stupidest thing in the world. And you know what? You want to call us. Call me on Messenger, and we'll put your voice through here, and you can tell us all about
it. She might even go, if we can add her, she might even go live with us if we can. Oh, look, I painted one nail. That's confusing, because if there's going to be more states that don't switch over now, then we're going to have, like, what will they be called? Because Florida's Eastern and I'm Eastern Standard Time. So if Florida doesn't do daylight and Michigan does, then we're going to be off schedule. You too, Paula? Which part?
You too? You want to know about it?
You want to know about it? You hate it. You only painted one fingernail, or...
Pending.
Governor Rick Scott signed legislation, HB, last week aimed at putting Florida on year-round daylight savings time, but such a change requires congressional approval. Yeah, because it's going to, can you imagine, it's going to mess up like airlines. It's going to the push to make daylight savings time permanent in Florida is growing. Currently, daylight savings time runs from March to November. Not that all of you couldn't read that yourself. So, interesting. Thank you for typing all that out.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie.
That was just her way to avoid getting on camera.
Yeah. She has a meeting in 8 minutes, and I believe her because she's always on camera. She is amazing. Lisa really uses social media for business and for projects that she works on. So I know you hate daylight savings time too. I find daylight savings time irrelevant. It's a day. I know it's coming. I switch it around. I don't lose this. I mean, I can't it's no water.
It doesn't make sense, and it's dangerous. It is. I mean, there have been a lot of scientific studies that show that people can't function for like a week after the time change. Seriously, there are more car accidents. There are more visits to the emergency room. It's just because it's
daylight retrograde.
Yes, I mean our bodies are like, what? Wait, stop. And so, yeah, I just think it's dumb. I mean, it made sense at the time, but if I need to see.
Wasn't it originally for farming? It was so like the daylight was appropriate for agriculture.
Yeah,
is that why?
So you had more day in the evening in the summer, so that you could be out in the fields or whatever. Okay, but also then it became an energy thing.
Yeah.
So you would have in the summer when people tend to be more active in doing stuff, there's more daylight, so you don't turn on the lights as soon. Okay. But I mean, people still turn on the lights. That's not. I don't even think that's even.
I don't know if it's the fall back or spring forward or like when it happens, but I do find myself grateful sometimes. You know, when it's really dark in the morning, I can't function. And then when it does that switch, I know I'm happy because all of a sudden I feel more awake because the sun's up.
But see, so I guess that's normal
the spring
time.
Forward.
That's the normal time.
Oh, it's when we go out of it, right? It's the spring forward. Oh, it's very confusing to me. This is, it somehow has to be mathematical and therefore it doesn't compute unless I study it. So,
well, our bodies,
Danica and numbers.
First of all, time, we made up time. Okay, as far as like it's 10:27 a.m. The universe has no idea about that. Doesn't care.
Right.
Neither do our bodies. But our bodies are programmed to like go with the sun. So like we're supposed to sleep more in the winter because it's like, we're supposed to be out more in the summer, but not at false time. Because I have the problem in the summer when it's like late. It's like 9:30 and the sun's still out.
I love that.
No, because I want to see the stars, and I'm not staying up until midnight wait for the sun to go down.
Well, all right then. I want to like barbecue and hang out in the yard. I will tell you though, the thing that really screwed me up, and I don't know how people live over there, I really don't, was Jason played hockey in Sweden for a year. And the kids and I talk about it all the time. We would get up in the morning and we'd go exploring, and we found, like one day we found these amazing sand dunes and overlooking the ocean. And they were so amazing, and we were so excited about him coming home from the rink so that he could see these sand dunes we found. And he got home at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was pitch black. It was midnight. And we were we were in southern Sweden. So, I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like in the north, because once you're up there by the Arctic line, I don't know how they survive where it's sunny all night and part of the year, and then it's dark all day in the other part.
Like in Alaska, parts of Alaska, like the sun just doesn't set for 6 months, and then it just doesn't come up for 6 months.
I couldn't move there permanently. That's for sure. And I mean, if you grow up with it and you're used to it, it's fine. But I think about, particularly in hockey, there's a lot of Swedish players that come over here. And then we're friends with a lot who have their children here in the U.S. or in North America, Canada or the U.S. And then they go back home. They move back home when their careers are over in the NHL. And I'm thinking, those kids must be like zombies because it's dark all day. I can't even. I know. It's 11 o'clock and the sun's in the middle of the sky. It's just bizarre to me. I can't even imagine. Really, really interesting. Which is going to bring up, we don't have enough time, but it's going to bring up this other topic that I wanted to have with you on one of these. So this will be our teaser for the next time. We wanted to talk with I wanted to even mention it to our friend Ferg, because we were talking about constellations that I don't see here and places in the world that don't see the ones we see nightly almost. So anyway, because when we were up in our cottage, it was the meteor shower weekend, and we saw so many shooting stars, so many meteors, and so many satellites. And my kids are positive they saw a spy satellite or a spaceship. They're not sure, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, we definitely need to get together with Ferg and do a Southern Hemisphere sky show, because there's a lot I have to learn about it, but I know that it's amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, Ferg. Ferg, we need you. Ferg is our friend who lives in South Island, New Zealand, and he actually photographs and videos.
Have you seen all of his ones that have been highlighted by Lonely Planet? Is that Lonely Planet, right?
I think so. Yeah,
they're
his
gorgeous.
Photography, and so now I have this mission to go to New Zealand and visit Ferg, because I've basically earmarked all the places that I want to go visit that he's shown, including just to visit some goats and cows, because he has the funniest videos of these farms around him. But last weekend he climbed a mountain, and he was broadcasting it live on Facebook, but he was also messaging me privately and sending me hilarious videos while he's climbing this mountain. And when I'm saying climbing a mountain, it was snow-capped.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was gorgeous. So anyway,
morning,
we gotta get. Good morning, Brandy. We need to get Ferg on a What's Up in South Island, New Zealand.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, we're
out
of time. That went fast.
It's because we have like
3 weeks of stuff to catch up on.
I know. So hopefully, I want to send a shout out. Hello. I don't know if she watched this morning. I didn't see her come up, but to Sandra, she was up at the cottage with me, and she was talking to me about the show and how she watches it every Wednesday. So,
nice.
Mwah.
Hi,
thanks
Sandra.
for watching.
Mwah. Oh, by the way, I have jury duty next week. Yeah. So that's on Tuesday.
Oh, you are so gonna be the foreman.
I know. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I'll take over that whole thing. It'll be me and 12 angry men, or me and 11 angry men.
11 angry men. Maybe a couple women thrown in there. I have something next week in the morning also. So what we were talking about before we went live is maybe doing an evening show next week. So depending on if you're sitting on the jury or if you're still in jury selection at that point in time, evening may work better for you. Just make sure you get a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
And
can you nap during the trial?
It's frowned upon.
Someone takes notes, though, right? I mean, isn't it like doesn't the little thing, the little?
Yeah, but you don't get access to all that unless the judge lets you have that, and that's only for delivery.
Do you like my? That's how they do it, right?
Court reporter. This is the international sign for court reporting. It's quite fascinating.
All right, so we'll keep you updated on that. I'll let you know when I know. And
you're so not getting selected for this jury because they're going to ask you an opinion and you're going to go, yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I can't wait to know.
You think? So, Mr. Brown, how do you feel about the police force? Well, it depends on if they're evil or not.
Are they a good officer or a bad officer?
Are they going to shoot me or are they going to give me a ticket?
Oh,
no offense to the police officers out
there.
Yeah, that was a joke. Ha ha. Ha ha. All right. So stay tuned and I'll let you know. And until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye.